everyone, my name is Siobhan and I'm researching Irish railway architecture, and today we're at Malahide railway station. Malahide was opened in 1844 for the Dublin and Drogheda railway. The station itself wasn't actually built in 1844. Some people say that it was built in 1856, but actually it was built around about 1901, 1903. It started to rain and it's a little bit cold, so we're now going to have a look around on the inside. Come on. So now we're inside the main station building, and this is the central entrance, and it used to be the original ticket office. It was over here on the left hand side, and we'll get a shot of that later. And one of the nice features are the original sliding doors. As you can see, they're quite large, and the windows are quite interesting. They're Regency mullioned windows. Now these aren't a GNR design, and I'm a little bit suspicious. I wonder if they were originally part of the original wooden train station that used to be here, and that the GNR liked them so much that they actually kept them, but they made a point of putting their stamp of authority right in the middle. So we're currently in the waiting room at Malahide station, and I think that this used to be the original ticket office. First of all, we have this beautiful original iron fireplace which has now been painted over and covered in, and it's cold today, so we could actually make use of it, to be honest with you. But if we look behind us, we also have the original ticket office window. Now this is blocked from the other side by the ticket machines and Coca-Cola machines. But you can see quite clearly that this was an original opening. It wasn't a door, and it's at service level height as well. So I think this used to be the original ticket service office. So now we're standing on platform 1, and this is the iron roof which was installed by the GNR. And one nice feature are the cast iron spandrels, which have the GNR logo emblazoned on them. You've also got the Corinthian inspired capitals just underneath. And another feature are the downpipes. Just like Dundalk, they feed all along the iron supports and down through, leading out onto the platform. What is different is they're not internal to the ironwork, which makes me think they were actually made by a different manufacturer. The supports themselves also don't have a maker's mark on them. At Dundalk, this is Edward Manistee. So again, this makes me think that they were actually provided by a different supplier. And Malahide is nice because it's one of the GNR's yellow brick polychromatic train stations. And these were designed by the chief engineer, William Hemingway Mills. And they were all built between 1880 and, like I said earlier, 1900. And it's nice because the arches repeat all the way down the platform. What you will notice is the arches at the top, the black bricks, are actually different to the black bricks on the front of the railway station, and this is an interesting architectural feature. Now, I haven't found the original architectural drawing, so I'm not sure if this is the builder reinterpreting the drawings or whether it was actually designed that way. Another feature actually refers back to a story I found in a newspaper, kind of around about the 1860s, 1870s, of a man being arrested for relieving himself on the station platform. And in his defence, he said there weren't any adequate facilities for this sort of thing at Malahide train station, which also makes me think there obviously wasn't a very sophisticated train station here. It probably was just a wooden halting station, like we saw with the entrance porch. So here we have the addition of the men's urinals, and these are accessed from the outside, not by an interior door. And also on the roof you have Boyle's patent ventilators. And one thing that William Hemingway Mills wrote about in his book Railway Construction is the importance of ventilation and light when there were public facilities. And one nice feature on platform 1 is the Heritage Garden. And it's nice because they use the original railway sleepers. It's also nice because it's a bit of a relaxing space away from the noise from the rest of the platform. And another nice feature at Malahide station are the original iron supports for the lattice girder footbridge. And it has these beautiful cutout petal shapes, and they actually match perfectly in alignment across the platform. Now the footbridge had to be raised up to allow for the electrification of the line, and it's quite nice because what they've done is they've literally just put concrete supports and lifted the whole thing up. So they've retained the original iron footbridge. And there's a nice feature here where it says Graham, Morton and Co. in Leeds. And these potentially may have been the ironmongers that also provided the roof supports, although they haven't put their emblem on the roof supports, so I can't be sure. But that's quite a nice feature. And the manufacturer has also emblazoned their mark, and it's T. Grennan or T. Grendon and Co. Drogheda in the date 1881. So again, is this the earlier train station or is this the GNR station? It potentially then gives the construction date of Malahide to 1881. Another feature is the original archway entrance onto platform number 2. It's also alongside the road bridge, which was originally a red brick elliptical bridge. Again, this was replaced with electrification, and it's now stone and concrete. And on platform 2, we have the original GNR waiting shelter. Now this is incredibly rare, first of all to still be remaining intact, but one nice feature it also has is the original sliding doors. Usually these have been taken off with use. Now it could do with a lick of paint, but it's got beautiful semi-architrave windows, moulding spandrels on the entrance doorway, and it would actually have had some lovely benches on the inside as well. So you can imagine this on a cold winter's day would actually have been quite a welcome waiting shelter. And this is the GNR signal cabin. It's the type of cabin, it's the Class 1 that was emulated all across the network, again designed by Hemingway Mills and probably installed around about 1907, as there's a similar design for RMR which is signed by Mills on that date. Again, it has the rounded windows which match the waiting shelter, so the waiting shelter potentially was added around about the same time as well. Unfortunately, it's all been boarded up because it's no longer in use, but you can see it has the beautiful red brick base. Now originally the platform wouldn't have come this far, so this actually would have had its door entrance at ground level, and the platform obviously now has been raised up and it's been subsumed. And in the car park is the original buffer. Obviously there never used to be a car park, it was actually a sidings, and you can see how the rails and the sleepers act as the end, and unfortunately one of the buffers has now been knocked off, but again it's another nice original feature of Malahide railway station. And this is the original GNR station master's house. As you can see, it uses the red and yellow polychromatic brickwork which is emulated across the network on all of its station masters' houses. And similar examples can be seen at Balbriggan and Dundalk and RD and loads across the country. This would have been built around about the 1880s, 1890s, and again this ties in with the building of the train station as well. So that was our whistle-stop tour of Malahide railway station, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.